What's going on, y'all? We're here in my back patio garden and we're gonna take a look at what's changed since I really got it and since the last short that I made. After being gone for a week, the garden changed quite a bit and I've got some things to show. So let's get into it. The first thing that's really changed a lot, I'd say the most, has been this raised bed right here. This is my herb garden. In it I've got 2 chives, some garlic, pretty big basil plant, and then I've got thyme, and as you can see right here front and center, all this parsley. There's 2 of them. They kind of all look like one big plant. Overall, it's definitely grown a lot. I've got 2 more herbs back there though. A mint and a rosemary. Those 2 aren't really giant. The mint's pretty big, but the rosemary's just rosemary. That's not very big. This right here started out as 2 small ones, and they really started to grow a lot after I picked them a couple times, or maybe once. We picked the chives not too long ago, and they've already gotten bigger. It's crazy. But this parsley, I mean, we clipped it for something. We made something with it. Can't remember what. But it just exploded while I was gone. The basil got picked before we left. And then we came back and it's just giant. I mean, it's crazy how big it got. Overall though, it's pretty sweet to see it grow like that. I'm really pleased with it, and I hope to make some tabbouleh with this since we have so much. I kind of got to get rid of some of it so it'll keep growing. And then I'm going to try and learn how to dry and then store all this herb garden nonsense. Let's move on to the strawberries. Right, so brought the strawberries from over there. And here they are. They're doing pretty well. I'm really excited about these ones. I've got some fruit in here, like this one. I've got, this one's fruiting now. They really sprawl out. I mean, this thing is giant. It's so long. It's almost a foot long, this little piece. It's just crazy. I didn't expect them to fruit this year. I don't really know how they work, but these things got really big really fast. And then this one started sprouting some fruits and flowers before this one. This one recently just started, but it just looks amazing. I'm really excited for these because I love strawberries. They're probably my favorite fruit, I'd say. Maybe not, I don't know, but they're really good, especially if you get some organic ones and they're not giant water-filled strawberries. They're awesome. But these things are awesome. I can't wait to have some. If I get any, I'd be really happy to get like 1. But overall, I'm stoked to see how well these do. Let's go grab something else. So we didn't grab anything, we just moved slightly over. This is one of my tomato plants. These are Brandywine tomatoes. They're an heirloom tomato. It says right here that they mature in about 75 to 100 days. So we got these not from seed. We didn't sell them. We got them when they were, I don't know, yay high down here. They weren't very big at all. And as you can see, they have come to the top of the, I don't want to call it trellis because it's not really a trellis, but the, whatever you would call it, honestly, I don't know. I can't think of the name right now. Maybe it says it on the, it's a cage. Don't know why that lost me, but whatever. This one has got, it's got 4 pretty sizable tomatoes. I'll make sure to show you those. And I'm super excited about getting my own tomatoes because it's something that I've never had. Like, I've never had my own garden before. But I'm gonna wait for this wind to go away. Hold on. As I was saying, there's 4 of them here. I'm really excited, but the problem that I'm having with these, I think I have blight, some early blight. I clipped all of it off, but I'll see if I can find some still on here. I have the little black dots with the yellow outer ring around them, and I have this book that I'll link in the description that's got all this information, and it's indicative of early blight. So hopefully that doesn't affect me. The other one that I'm going to show you has got some pretty bad blight. I had to trim off a lot of the sun leaves because it was all over it. But I'm hoping I caught it early enough, or took care of it early enough for it not to really affect it. So let's hop over to the other tomato. So here's the other tomato. As you can see, we've got one right here, but there's actually a hole in it, sadly. And then there's another one right there that also has a hole in it, so that's unfortunate. But there's definitely some blight on this one still. I didn't think I got all of it. I clipped off quite a bit, but there's some of it still on there. So we'll see how it progresses from there. I'm sure I'll make some more little updates on it. But this one originally started out being better than that one. This one grew a lot faster. It had flowered first, but it did not fruit first. This one ended up fruiting a lot slower than the other one. And you can see some of these flowers are wilting, not getting pollinated. Some of these are getting pollinated though, which is nice. So hopefully the plant's still holding strong. Now I've got to get low for this one because this is in a big, short and stout pot right here. We've got the, oh, I just moved the pepper out of frame. We've got peppers, obviously. This one right here is a bell pepper, and it's definitely my family's favorite kind of pepper. And then this one is an early red. I'm not sure what kind of pepper that is. Never had one. Always eating the bell peppers. These little guys took forever to really even get flowers. But then once these flowered, they sort of die, is what my sister told me when she was watching them for me. This flower here like wilted, and then as it wilted, out came the fruit, or the vegetable, the pepper, which actually is similar to what happens on my tomatoes. So maybe that's just how it works. I don't know. I'm just getting started here. But super excited about these. I can't wait to have some. And they look great. There's nothing wrong with them at the moment. Hopefully it stays that way. Let's pray to God. But other than that, there's only one on each. I don't know if that's a nutrient issue, that they don't produce more than one at once. But I'm really excited for these two. Hopefully they come out really well. And there's an aphid on this actually. This is the plants that I had the aphid problems on. I fortunately seem to have done nothing and they've gone away, besides me just spraying them off every once in a while. I think it's because I used to water them a little too much, and in the book, like I mentioned, that I'll link below, it says that they do not like to be overwhelmed. They like an even amount of water. So they're not like tomatoes that need a lot of water all the time. They just need to be kept about the same. But yeah, these are my peppers, and I'm really hoping that they stay alive. So to wrap up, went and got the book that I use, and this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Vegetable Gardener's Handbook. So this is what I use. I mean, it's got all kinds of useful information. Tools, pH stuff, seed starting, companion plants, and then it gives you some information about each vegetable and what it takes to grow it. It's like, for example, here's onions. Planting, care, diseases and pests, harvest and storage. There you go. Speak of tomatoes. It's got a whole section on pests and whatnot. That's how I figured out what my aphids were, what my blight problem was. And then it tells you how to treat it and all that. It's even got little journal entries, which is pretty cool. If you want to write down what's going on, you don't want to like use your own notebook, you can use it right here in the book. But I'll leave a link in the description for this, and then I'll also, I don't think I'll put anything else down there, actually. That'll be about it, but just want to thank you for coming out and watching, and I'll keep you guys updated on my little garden here.